Hey guys, it's Asia Dang, and today I look like I'm 12. Also today I am doing a how I edit my photos video. Ever since I uploaded my how I take my own photos video, you guys have been asking me about how I edit my photos. So here is the video. So hopefully I will have answered all of your questions regarding my editing skills. I want to thank two different groups of people. One, I want to thank Jimena, who is a fellow YouTuber. She is amazing. She's my friend. She taught me some really cool tricks on the iPhone. So most of the things you see here are because of her. And then also, again, thank you to Squarespace for working with me on this video. As a reminder, I have a 10% off discount code if you want to build your own website, which I totally recommend, everyone needs. I'll go ahead and give you that information at the end of the video so we can start learning stuff right now. I'll start how I edit my iPhone pictures on my iPhone. So I think I'm gonna show you guys two different edits, one like full body and the other one is selfie, because they are kind of slightly different edits. So let me just take a selfie right now. Always got to take multiple, you know? Okay, so let's go through. So first thing I use is Facetune. A lot of people have said that that dumbs down the quality. I personally haven't noticed it, nor do I care. Let's choose this one. So for selfies, is that blurry? No, that's fine. For selfies, there are a couple things I like to do. The first thing I do is the smooth button. That kind of helps even out skin tone and pores. I don't like to go too crazy and too buck wild. I still want it to look like my natural skin. And actually right now my skin is looking pretty good. But you can see on kind of the right side of my cheek, I have a little, I have some pimples popping out as well as some pores, so we're just gonna smooth it right over, and then you can kind of see the difference. So it doesn't take it away, it just smooths things out, and I don't like to go too crazy, so I only pressed the single smooth button versus the double one, because the double one can go a little bit crazy and we want you to look like yourself. Smooth is also good for dark circles. And then I always kind of do the forehead, a little bit around the nose and the chin. And then you can press this button in the corner to see how your progress is. So that's pretty good. The next thing I like to do is whiten. And I like to whiten kind of like the white parts of your eyes, just to brighten you up a little bit. Okay. It's a very, very subtle difference. Like I said, I don't want to go too buck wild because I don't want you guys to meet me in person and say, ooh, you don't look like your photos. So natural. Next, we are going to save to camera. And then we are going to VSCO cam, an oldie but goodie. Oh, so there's all my other pictures. We're gonna upload this one, I believe. Let's import that. And my favorite ones that I use are A4, A5, and A6, and then also HB1, HB2. Those are items that you actually need to purchase. I think they're 99 cents. But play around with it. I've been actually really loving A5 lately because I like my photos to have a little bit of like a blue tint to them. I don't know why. And then you can go ahead and determine how intense you want those tones to be, I guess. I tend to go medium. With the blue tones, I also just like how it kind of brightens your skin a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and save that. And then Afterlight, where are we? So we'll go here. So Afterlight, a couple of things. This little button right here with the three, I guess, lines across it, we're gonna go ahead and click that and then slide all the way to the end to the button with, I guess, all the mini dots in the square. That is the grain button. I like using the grain because it's kind of like a Polaroid picture. It makes everyone look a little bit better. A lot of people use it now to give you kind of that like vintagey vibe, and we're gonna add on top of that a little bit more later. But yeah, I think we're gonna add some grain. Depending on the picture, the quality of the picture and the light and all that stuff, you may want to make the grain less or more. So it's just up to personal preference. I'll just do it at the end because whatever. And then we're gonna save that. And then we're gonna go to the fourth box to the left, and then we're gonna go to Dusty. And Dusty adds that little vintagey effect to it. I like to use 1 and 2, but normally I head towards 2, and then I lower it down to about half, 50. And then if you want, go back to that same box that we were at, and then you can go to Light Leak. And then this is where you can add those fun little, I guess, light leaks. You don't have to use them. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Well, I guess we could do that just so you guys can see. I always lower the intensity. I never keep it at 100. I normally go around like 30 or 34. I don't like it too dramatic. Here's the before, here's the after. So just brightened a little bit. The skin texture is a little bit more clear. That's due to not only Facetune, but also to the filters that we added. And it's just a little bit more vintagey and grainy. Oh, I also want to show you guys this, a couple apps that I use on top of all of these apps while we're in here. Feica, don't know how to pronounce it, but I like this because it also gives you that vintagey vibe, kind of like old school camera. So those are really cool. Another one that I like, you guys are always asking me these questions. Unfold is normally what I use for, I guess, like Instagram stories. CS1, CS2, CS3 are all free, though you do have to pay for the app. However, the additional ones, there's more that you can purchase that add like more cool graphics, but yeah, I really like it. I just think it adds something more to, you know, the stories. And then what else? 88 millimeter is a cool little like video, and gives you this kind of effect, and you can decide which one you like. So I think those are really cool. Retouch is an app that I really love because it quickly removes items that need to be out of your photo. As you can see, there's this like footprint on my footprint on the white couch. So let's remove that. I like to do quick repair for easy repairs like this, and you just swipe on top of it and it'll clear it right up. So it's like nothing was even there. And sometimes it just makes for a better picture. And then let's open up VSCO Cam one more time. Let's see what HB1, HB2. HB2 looks pretty cute actually. Maybe we'll do that. So it just made everything a little bit more darker. And then let's see how this looks in this Feica. Oh yeah, see, this middle one's super cute. I really like that one. So let's go ahead and save that just in case. There's these apps, there's just so many options. So sometimes you may be in the mood to post one type of picture, the other, you know, time you may be in the mood to post another type of picture. So all these apps just are really helpful to give you more options. I'm kind of liking the Feica actually. I think that vibe is super cute, super vintagey, casual. So this is the one I'm probably going to go with if I end up posting it. So next, let's go over how I edit my photos that I take from my Canon 80D or when I work with other photographers. I work in Lightroom. I don't know how to do Photoshop. It confuses me. So I bought a preset. I feel like it has completely transformed the look of my feed and the way my pictures end up looking. The only thing is that when you work, or so I've been told, you can correct me if I'm wrong, the way you work in Lightroom is the files have to be in RAW, RAW, not JPEG, nothing else. RAW is the only type of file that it works. I believe if you have like some kind of Canon or professional camera, then that should work pretty well. You should have that option. But that's why I don't edit my phone pictures on my computer. So that's the only thing, but I will still show you how I do this. Don't mind my messy desktop because it is my life. So I got my presets from a girl named JC Marie. She is a blogger and her presets are really great. Her feed is really bright with like pinks and oranges. I kind of just wanted to test out her presets because I wanted to elevate my photos and I didn't really know how to do it because I'm not really good at taking pictures or editing or anything. So I tested it out. It's at jcmarie.com. I'll link everything in the description box. And I really like it. I think her presets were $100. So unless you, I don't know, want to become a blogger or YouTuber, or this is like your full-time job or whatever, I wouldn't necessarily recommend you purchasing something like that. But, you know, if you want, it's your money. I really like it. It is a purchase I'm happy I did, and I think you guys have really been able to see all kind of the changes in my photos on Instagram. So here are some of the presets. I'll show you them line by line. This is JC Marie Cool. So again, those blue tones that I really like. Here's Faded, which kind of gives you that vintagey vibe. Here's Pink. Here's Warm. And then here's Black and White. But I normally use Cool, but I actually think today I might use Warm or Faded. Which one do I like? Maybe Faded, actually. The cool thing is that on the right hand side you can adjust that. You can adjust kind of the settings on top of it. So if you want it to go crazy or like there's just some things that aren't right, you can go ahead and adjust it yourself. Yeah, I normally don't play around with the settings too much because the presets are pretty okay, but sometimes I have to increase the exposure a little bit, lower the temperature a little bit. It kind of honestly all depends on the picture, the lighting, and my mood that day. So just go ahead and play with whatever settings you want. So next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna airdrop that photo into my phone. Okay, so first things first, let's go to Facetune. It's always the first thing I end up doing. So I always just do recommended size. If you do the maximum size, that works too. I haven't had a problem with that. And then again, let's go to smooth. Just smooth it out. I mean, it's kind of grainy already, so it won't really make that big of a difference. But there's that. Maybe we will use detail and then kind of just add detail to the shoes, just like how we did to the hair. That makes them pop a little bit more. Yeah, that looks good. And then maybe we'll do some of the hair too. Why not? And then save that. Now, if you wanted, like I explained to you guys in a video called Let's Talk About Stomach Rolls, that sometimes I do edit my waist to be smaller. Not drastically, but sometimes it just makes the photo look better, in all honesty. This one might be a little bit hard to do, but I will show you how to do it. So we'll go to Reshape. And I like to go to Refine because it's very, very, very small. So one thing that I would probably do is kind of work on the back a little. Just push it in a smudge. Very little. So you kind of have that curve in your back, okay? And guys, this is now the serious part of social media. Again, what you always see on Instagram isn't always real life, and this is proof of that, okay? So don't compare yourself to these photos. Don't compare yourself to anyone in general, but especially photos you see on Instagram, because chances are they've been edited to the extreme in some cases. And then if you wanted to do your pooch, I would go really far in. This is going to be hard because it has that line, and you don't want to have that line come inward when you're adjusting stuff like this. So again, let's refine and see if we can play around with it a little. So very gently. Let's see. And you can kind of see that the line, the white line, is dipping in a little. So let's actually pull the white line out. So it kind of makes up for that. Oops. I don't know what I did there. Okay. That's all I really feel comfortable doing. I wouldn't actually like do that in general, but I did want to show you guys the option in case you wanted to play around with that. Again, don't go too crazy. It's your body, be proud of it. But I also know that it's social media and sometimes you want to tweak. So that is how I would tweak. Now let's go to retouch because there are some things on the ground that I do want to retouch. Okay, so first of all, let's get rid of this bruise. Quick repair again. Loop, loop. And it's gone. And the cool thing about this is that it takes what's around the thing you want to remove and pulls from that. So it still looks like it's the ground, you know? And like I said, I do this to just make it look clean and better. Now, when I edit my photos in Lightroom, I don't go to VSCO. I don't really go to Feica unless I want to do something new because everything on Lightroom is already done for me. So the only thing that I will do now is Afterlight. So let's add some grain. You guys know the drill. Grainy. And then this kind of coloring also adds to the vintagey effect. And then we'll go to dust. Yeah, I like 2. And then let's play with some light leak too and see what's happening there. And that is that. I hope that this video answered all your questions and you learned some things. Again, everything is going to be in the description box. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and also again, thank you Squarespace for working with me on this video. To me, the reason why I like to work with Squarespace is because I use Squarespace for my website. We are totally revamping my website, guys. asiadang.com as it is today is going to look 1,000 times better. Some of the photos that I edited today may end up on the website, so check it out to see the before, and I'm excited for you guys to see the after. Again, Squarespace is my favorite. The customer service is incredible. When I had a hard time or when I was scared putting together my website and putting together my e-commerce site, I was able to talk to someone on the phone and on the computer. Squarespace has a lot of themes, and I've played with a couple of them throughout the 5 years that I've had them. And depending on your vibe, depending on what your business needs are, you can change it like this, and it's not like you've even missed a step. It's very seamless. So head over to squarespace.com/asiadang, use that 10% off. You also get a free trial. I don't remember if it's 7 days or 14 days, but either way, the free trial really helps because you can test out themes, you can test out configurations and fonts and all that stuff, and you don't have to purchase anything until you love it. And it's just really low pressure, and you guys know me, I wouldn't recommend anyone else for your website needs. So squarespace.com/asiadang for 10% off your purchase. And if you've built your website with Squarespace, which I know some of you have because I've gotten messages, I would love to see how they turned out, so let me know in the comments. Yeah, so that's it for this video. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope everything that I explained was clear, because to me, like, photo taking and photo editing is all kind of complicated. Like, I can't explain why I like it. I just know visually that I like it. So sometimes, depending on my mood, the photos change, and I think that's okay because it's your photos and you can do what you want. So just take what I taught you guys in this video as a baseline and adjust it to how you want it to look. Okay? I'm Asiadang. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.